What up? What up?
Daniel, what's up, Pete?
What's good?
Peace. What's going down? What's happening with you?
Pete, oh man, just maintaining. Got the Wolves hat on, just you know, for the event. You feel me?
That's hard, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. How y'all feeling out there with this weather, this crazy weather, man?
It's crazy, man. You know, I didn't have power for a few hours, man. It was crazy, but you know, trees is falling, lines is, you know, people still ain't had power since Tuesday right now. Like, it's crazy.
I don't really mind.
Oh yeah, man. It's real crazy. I done seen trees pulled up and everything, man. It's been a crazy thing, man. You feel me? But we glad that y'all all safe, man. Salute to all my people back home in Jersey, in the Bronx and Queens, just everybody on the East Coast.
Right.
You know?
Indeed.
Yeah, no doubt. So before we get started, we definitely want to say thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, just accepting the interview. And I heard the joint. It's crazy.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm loving it. So, you know, this is one of my things. This is what I like to get into. You know what I mean? I'm from that true era, that true hip hop era. And, you know, I grew up on smart hip hop such as KRS-One and all of that. So this is right up my alley. You know what I mean? But before we get started, I just wanted to say, LAK, once again, salute to you. This is our second round.
Thank you, brother.
And no doubt, man. The last time we did this interview was at the other studio. So now we in this one. It's a little bit more room for us to breathe and all that. You heard?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Getting a lot of money, huh? Yeah.
Oh, nah, just a little something, We getting a little something, you know what I'm saying? And Capone, I don't know if you remember, but we ran into each other a bunch of times. Once at Mystic Studios up in Staten Island, y'all was doing a promo for Fat Man Scoop. And we brought him up there, and y'all was doing a promo. That was the first time I ever met y'all. And y'all had Mussolini with y'all, and he was trying to do a promo too, and he kept fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I remember that day like it was yesterday. And I actually battled Nori in the room next to the pool table. He jumped on the little table and all that, started spitting rhymes. And what's crazy is he battled me with a rhyme that he spit on Stretcher Barbito. And I was like, yo, should I spit it with him or should I just let it go? Those were the days, man. Then the second time we bumped heads was I interviewed you for Rick's Magazine up at Koch Records, and then we went to Jersey to Felix Natal's studio, and we took pictures. I brought the girls out. I don't know if you remember that.
I still got them pictures though, G. Word.
Yo.
I found them shits, no bullshit. Yo, it's crazy. I wish I could show you right now.
Yo, that's what's up.
Word. I was sitting in the chair, I had the girls around me and all that. Word.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Don't shoot. Word.
No question, man.
Word.
So we definitely gonna get that. You know, we just did the little icebreaker. This is DJ Mitch V. This is my partner in crime right here.
Oh,
one of the hottest DJs in Las Vegas.
Okay. What's happening? How you feeling?
I'm all right.
That's what's up. I just want to make sure you talk, because we didn't hear nothing from you yet.
He does most of the talking. You know how it be. If y'all know him, y'all know him.
Right there.
I just sit here and look pretty.
That's what's up.
No, that's what's up, man. So I definitely want to, you know, all of the people know who you guys are. If they don't know, they're going to learn. Today we got LAK, the hip-hop educator of educational hip-hop soul. Capone, you may know him from the group Capone and Noriega. Also the group C&D with Daz Dillinger from the Dog Pound. And both of them took their brands and merged them together and forming Smart Thug. So today we're going to be talking about the latest project, Wolves. And, you know, that's available on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon, all of that. Tidal. It's everywhere. And
Yes, sir.
Those of you who follow me, just go to the link in my bio, click that, and you'll be able to purchase that. So please make sure y'all support.
That's dope, man. I saw that. Yeah, that's dope.
No doubt, man. Appreciate it. So first and foremost, just to start it off, how y'all feeling in these crazy times, like with this pandemic? You know, it's basically a constant spotlight on killing us, the police killing us, and recently the explosion out in Beirut, all of that crazy stuff going on in this time. Like, we got a lot going on, and it seems like this album that you guys, this EP that you guys put together, is kind of like right on time because it's giving us a breath of fresh air of something other than just mob music or you know, just the party music. Even though you can party to some of it because the tracks are hot, but also y'all got substance in the music. So how do y'all feel about the current state, and was this planned or was it something that just came about?
Nah, it really wasn't planned, man. It was really I was at the end of recording lesson 2, hip hop and education. So
Right.
when I got to the end of that, I was with my brother Merk. Merk was already working with Capone and Daz's stuff, right? So I'm like, listen, can I get up with the God? You know what I'm saying? Can you introduce me to Capone? Once he made the introduction and we had a vibe from that, you know what I'm saying, we did the song Redemption because I wanted Capone to be on the album. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, this is a dope album. If I have the opportunity to get him on there, it would be crazy. I got the opportunity. We started. So we knocked down Redemption, which was on lesson 2, hip hop and education. After that, you know what I'm saying, we recorded another song, and then we was like, yo, let's do an EP. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this educational EP. And you know, nothing was going on. It was no coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just some brothers in the studio making music that said, yo, let's make more music together. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this educational joint. Let's ride into this lane. You know what I'm saying? And then once we did that, everything started happening after the album was out. You know what I mean? So it was like perfect timing. Sometimes you can't plan those things. But word, it was really just some brothers who enjoyed each other's company, you know what I'm saying? And made some music together. And we put the joint out, and then the world got crazy. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
we planned it and did all that, but we did not do that. It was a really natural thing.
Nah, I already know. You know, one thing's for sure is God just don't make no mistakes. So it's just like, it's right on time. It's just one of those things that just happens. We back in.
You back in, my bad.
Nah, it's all love. So we definitely gonna get into the opening real quick, and we definitely gonna talk a little bit about that.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
No doubt.
Dog.
When the wolf showed up, you had problems. Blacks that I'm talking about, they call joggers. 1600s, you ain't want to shine. Kill everybody in your village with a blind. Whole military, all initiated. No cowardice or fear, you can't fake it. Strict codes gotta live, I don't get reckless. Kill babies, they eat them, get pregnant. Kidnap kids when they try to get more troops. Turn mercenary when they gotta get more loot. More trains with a collar on their neck. Gotta catch a body for the full membership. Make young cats looking beat people. Train to the full extreme of be lethal. Dollar joggers still showed up. Take your chains off when the wolf is out. Take your rings off when the wolf is out. Take your watch off when the wolf is out.
Yeah. So that joint right there, Wolves. Take the chain off when the wolves is out.
Yes, sir.
How did that joint come about? Like, I already know the intro, it kind of speaks for itself. But for those who just hearing it for the first time, on live and on air, like, tell us about that track. How did that come about?
Well, you know, I had an idea about doing a song about wolves. I wanted to attack modern day wolves, and I wanted to attack ancient wolves. So that's why when you listen to my verse, I'm talking about the Mbagala joggers of the 1600s. So I'm talking, and everything that I'm saying, you know, this is educational. So you got to listen to it. Word, everything that I'm saying in that verse is crazy. It's what they actually did. They got the kids drunk. They you know what I mean? They murdered all small villages just to get the wine. They had the little troops eat people as a part of training. You know, so when I read about him, I thought it was so crazy. And the first time I heard about him, I was listening to this brother by the name of Shaka Musa Barashango. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to one of his speeches, and he was talking about the joggers, and he first turned me on to them. And then I learned about him when I was reading about Queen and Zinga. You know what I'm saying? So when I hooked up with my brother Capone, there was no other perfect person to do a verse about modern day wolves than Capone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had already wanted to do a song about wolves, and I already had this ancient group in mind. And then when I linked up with Capone, it was like, yo, it merged so perfectly. I'm like, yo, you know, when you listen to Capone, you understand what you already know what it is, so you can already feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know my story, but you know me as an educational dude, so I didn't want to just start talking about modern day wolves. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, you know what I mean? When he speaks, you already respect it. You already know what's going on. You already know where it's coming from. So I thought that, you know, it would just be the perfect marriage of concepts and of people to talk about wolves from the 1600s and to talk about modern day wolves. We're educating the people, but we're giving you that raw hip hop at the same exact time.
Yeah, man, that's dope.
Right.
That's dope right there. And what's crazy is that you just gave us a lot more education on top of what we're gonna hear on this EP, which on the Wolves situation. So, you know, salute to that. You know, let me ask you this: Did anybody ever call y'all like the odd couple because of y'all musical background?
Yeah, we're definitely the odd couple. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's like a magnet, you know what I'm saying? Opposites attract. You can't put both sides of the magnet together and it sticks. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we have Smart Thug. That's why everything we're doing, we're staying in our lane. I'm staying in my lane, he's staying in his lane. But we're bridging our lanes together to make one lane. So, you know, it's working, and I love what he's doing, and I definitely wanted to be a part of it. So, you know, I'm looking forward to everything else we're doing, too. You know what I'm saying? To show you how this is gonna keep working.
Yeah, so we don't.
Yeah. What's crazy about it is it don't sound like odd at all. It's like a perfect marriage. It's like y'all been in the group forever. It's crazy how it works.
It wasn't forced. That's the thing. We didn't try to come up with a formula or something and say, let's do it like this. Nah, you go in, you do you, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do me. We're on the same page, we're on the same wavelength. We grew up the same way. There's nothing we're gonna say that's totally different from each other. It's just the way we're saying it, the way we're giving our point across to the people, and a little more educated than mine. But at the end of the day, mine is a little bit more educated than his for certain people in the street that may not know how to read. That may not they can't read a certain book, but they can get it from me. So that's what we're trying to do across.
Oh, so you more like the audio book to the music, basically, to the education.
I like the way you put that.
No doubt. So we're gonna get into this next joint, right?
Yeah.
Which one I love, Black Woman. This is one I really love. So we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but we're gonna definitely drop that like this. Yeah. That was that Black Woman right there. So this song right here, first and foremost, what I like about this song is that the females is honoring the women. And I like how, LAK, on your verse, you talk about how the woman is God, right? We're birthed through a woman. So in actuality, I see how that works. And you talking about Assata Shakur. A lot of people don't know who Assata Shakur is unless they our age. You know what I'm saying? But the youngins, they know Tupac, but they don't know the history of his family, and they don't understand that. So I like how y'all merge that together, because LAK, you talking about origins, and Capone, you talking about an origin of certain woman who was refuge, you know, somebody who's in Cuba right now, you know what I'm saying? And she's out here, she's being protected from the US government.
Yes.
So I love that, man.
And one thing I really wanted to do, and that was give her flowers while she could still smell them. Because I know somewhere down the line, somebody's going to say, yo, it's a brother named Capone. He got a whole verse about you on his record.
That's dope.
And then, you know, like, she can still smell her roses. You know what I'm saying? So this is one thing that made me smile about this record, is that I know that eventually she will hear the record because it's about her. Like, I don't care if somebody make a record about you or me, or we're going to eventually say, like, yo, I think I heard a record, somebody say your name. It's going to get back. I know eventually it'll get back to her. And I'm just glad that I was able to do it while she's still alive.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I like that. And another thing that I was going to ask you about that record in particular, what was the thought behind that? Like, Black woman.
I'm going to just say it real quick and then let my brother LAK explain. But for me, I'm the only child. I was raised by my mother. You know what I mean? I seen the ups and downs of a single mother, you know, trying to raise a man in the projects in Queensbridge. You know, that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? And my mother, you know, she did what she did for me. And whether it's work 3 jobs or whatever, it was for me. And she showed the strength. No matter what, I had probably one of the flyest cribs in the projects, no lie. But that was just what she wanted to know, that I saw every day when I woke up. Was like, you're not captivated by your surroundings. You can always do better. And she taught me that. So, you know, for me, that record was for my mother. That was like for my mother. And then it spreads on to the branches of all the other women in my life and in the world today.
I look to that.
I'm politically correct right now.
True indeed. You know, man, listen, this song started from Capone. You know what I'm saying? Like, he actually walked in the studio and was schooling me on the side of Shakur just because we didn't plan to do a song about Queen of Zing and the side of Shakur. My man actually came to the studio and we was just talking about women and powerful women and having this discussion. You know what I mean? We was just 2 brothers talking about how great women are. So I'm like, yo, you know, for him, he's telling me about it. I know who she is. I didn't know her story. I'm being well versed in it now because it's something that we're working on, and I'm really digging into her whole life. But that's what he came at me with. I already, you know what I'm saying, was I was already doing research on Queen Nzinga. She fascinated me because I read a lot about slavery. You know what I'm saying? I know that she resisted the Portuguese. I know she fought them off her whole life, and they wasn't able to capture her land until she died. You know what I'm saying? I know as bad as the Imbagala Jagas was when she went to war with him, decapitated the leader and brought enemies. You know what I'm saying? So I was fascinated by how powerful this lady was and how crazy her war techniques was. So when we got to talking, we like, yo, we got to put this on the record. You know what I'm saying? And Merk, my man Merk, came up with the track. You know what I'm saying? And it was
shout out Merk Beats,
shout out Merk Beats, my brother Merk Beats. You know what I'm saying? So after he came up with the track, man, it was just over from there. You know what I'm saying? We just went in our zones and created the lyrics and came back like, yo, this is what it is. True indeed.
That's dope. Word. So, what I also wanted to ask y'all, right, is first and foremost, I could appreciate the Smart Thug title, you know what I'm saying? Because it represents that balance between y'all, you know what I mean? And we know that both of y'all, or at least all 4 of us, we've had our share of running wild in the streets and doing whatever we had to do until we actually became who we are today, right? With that, exactly. With that being said, with this formula, how does that actually play into, I guess, your family surroundings?
I mean, if I'm getting the gist of what you're saying, it's like how did my people perceive the project? Like how did us, like when we dropped the project, what did they think of me?
Yeah.
With LAK project with me, and it was like you know, one thing people always understand is real music. You know what I'm saying? You can let anybody can make a joint together, but if it don't sound music correct or how it should sound, people are not going to. They took to us because you said something good. It doesn't sound forced. It doesn't sound trying to be super educated. I'm trying to sound like I'm this guy. I'm not. No, I gave you poem. I gave you the poem that, you know, I had to X out the person, X out the shooting, X out the crack. But I still am a smart dude. I still read books. I still live life. I still watch things happen in my life that I could school other people with. So it was like me and Locke was on the same page. We just was on different pages of the book, though. You know what I'm saying? We was
Right.
on page 4. I was on page 6. But we from the same book, though. You know what I mean? So it was easy for me to just adapt, and for my peoples that been around me doing the war report, the reunion, Channel 10, all these different albums we did. They're like, yo, that's dope to see that poem, because I give you a little bit of that poem probably every three verses or something. I try to, you know, drop some jewels, but this time I take all 3 verses,
Great.
drop it, put it in one, and give it to the people. And it was dope.
Yeah.
Fun. I have fun. My people loved it, and that's how they took it. Word.
So, Locke, let me ask you a question. So, with the type of content that you've been doing, right? And what you've been doing, how does doing a record with Capone, doing this type of project with Capone, how did it feel for you to go in? I understand y'all did. He worked on the second project that you put out, but how did that feel, like doing a full project with him?
Well, first, let me say this. You know what I mean? You know, this is my 3rd educational album, so people that know me from my hood, from my family, everybody already know. You know, I'm the same guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm me through and through. So people know me. They know how I get down. But there's 2 things I want to say here. You know what I'm saying? Number one, Capone and Noriega is like gods in my hood because of that War Report album. You know what I'm saying? To the point where even when Capone came out to the album release party for Lesson 2, we had the cops rolling down the street blasting the War Report out of the sound speakers, B. You know what I'm saying? We was in New Brunswick, you know what I'm saying? We was in my hood. I had my album release party in my hood. But that's just to let you know the type of love, you know what I'm saying, that people have for particular artists or particular albums. There's not a lot of those. There's the War Report, there's Illmatic, there's Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's only like 10 or 15 of them albums in history. You know what I mean? So understanding that, you know what I mean? So now when it's like, yo, you doing a whole report with the guy, it was crazy. Everybody was calling me like, yo, how is Capone going to sound on this? You know what I'm saying? That was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, gee, I don't understand the level of lyricism and the intelligence that I'm sitting next to. So for me, it was more like, yo, we respect this, we respect what you're doing, but I took it to a different level that no one anticipated me taking it to. You know what I mean? Because on Lesson 2, I thought I was taking it there. I got Talib on there, you know what I'm saying? I got my man Megahertz on there. I got Merv Beast on there. I got Capone on there. So I thought I was taking it to a different level. But when the Wolves came, the whole joint with just me and Capone is a different response. It's like, yo, son, I can't wait to hear this because I have no idea, you know what I'm saying, what y'all gonna talk about and how y'all gonna rap and how y'all gonna do this. So it was that kind of response. I got those type of calls, you know what I'm saying? I got calls, man, I got all sorts of calls, you know what I'm saying? But everything was all love, it was all curiosity, it was all interest in the project. I mean, and everybody was just like, yo, I want to see what I got because, you know what I'm saying, this don't make no sense. You know, and for me, it makes sense, you know, because everybody that's talking about Capone, they don't know Capone on a personal level. So they just hear the War Report, you know what I'm saying, the Union, like, you know what I'm saying, they hear all of the solo projects, all of the features and all that. They like, yo, you put a Stone Cold Gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like, like we kind of gangsters, but you with Capone, you know what I'm saying? So what are y'all gonna talk? That was the response I got. Like, people could not wait to get a whole joint. Then once they heard it, us, man, you know, I love it. It was an EP, a whole album. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, got something in store that's bigger than an album, and it's still gonna be musical, and it's still gonna be crazy, and it's still gonna be more music. You know what I'm saying? That we do together. That response, I'm still getting response. That's crazy. That's Steve. Y'all did heard the joint, Wolves is joint, Black Woman is, you know what I'm saying? I still get love. And I had the honor of, you know what I'm saying, gaining a new friend. You know what I mean? So it's dope on a lot of levels. It's dope being with a dope artist. It's dope coming up with an educational project from a dude that everybody knows is solid. And it's just dope because I'm a fan of seeing it.
No doubt. And one thing about me, I'm gonna tell you some realness, right? I was like, when you said that last year, I was trying to think because I'm listening to your music, and I'm like, hold up. So Channel 10 was like one of my favorite verses from him, one of them. And I'm like, I'm trying to think, it takes nothing but a hot slug to fill a villain. I said, hold on, how you gonna sound this joint right here?
Can't stop it. Now, I just wanted to make sure that they understood that this project, like it was a something like try to get up out the booth and try to act like nah. We was verbal sparring every session.
Day one.
You know what I'm saying?
It started with Redemption.
It was verbal sparring. Oh, I see how that's how you going.
Right.
Y'all better have been.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hit the back. I'm in for you, baby. You know?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So, like with you being a solo artist, was it like a weight lifted off your chest for you not having to put as much creativity? Of course, you're gonna put 100% in there because you're putting 100% into your own rhyme, then into the project. You guys are going back and forth. But was it like a breath of fresh air? Like, yo, I got another brain in here.
Nah, I mean, you know, it was a breath of home, but as far as rapping, you know, I started rapping when I was in the 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? I've been with groups. I have a whole hip hop story you'll never hear about. You know what I'm saying? But I got all sorts of, had this deal and that deal, was in this group and that, all that. Got it. But was that I did all of that. All of the stuff that a million rappers have done when you don't get to a different level. You know? So working with another, you know, I'm a rapper. Like I think there's a difference between people who wanna rhyme because of a reason and people who make words rhyme because it's in their heart and their soul and they just naturally just, you know what I mean? Like certain people are just poets. Like you could call me a rapper, but I consider me as a poet. You could call Capone a rapper, but this man is a poet. You know what I mean? So certain people just got it in them. So when I'm connecting with another legend that, well, not another, you know what I'm saying? Capone is legendary. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm working with a legend, number one, and I'm just looking for how you rap. I don't care, like when it's my album, it's my song. I don't care about nothing else when it comes to the sound of the music. So after I heard Capone come out the verse when we did the Redemption joint, you know what I'm saying? And after I heard, you know, his level of professionalism and his level of lyricism and how he was coming at it and how, you know, you got some rappers that go into the booth and take all day. You know what I'm saying? You got Capone who go into the booth, knock it out, 2-3 takes. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of bars that was being raised. You know, I loved it. I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a fan and an artist at once. And I was like mentally staying sharp because I'm like, yo, no one's gonna bust my ass on the record. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
Recognizing who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I'm recognizing, yo, I loved every minute. You know what I'm saying? Every song. That's how we became so cool. Like, yo, we didn't start out saying, yo, let's do an educational EP. You know, it was a friendship had, you know, well, first it was a respect of the artist. And then the friendship had developed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then things went on a different level. But I didn't feel like, yo, this is I would have did the whole joint by myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's.
Then he was at my house losing in fight night. You know what I mean?
Why you bring
I ain't mad at that. Hey, look, you know what? That's how it's supposed to be. Even if you've been with somebody, been in a group for years, you know, you're supposed to do it like that anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the question for, you know, Capone is with the guard, you know what I'm saying, Nori. You know what I'm saying? If Nori's watching, I just want you to know Love Money 3 is one of my favorite parts. I just gotta say that.
No doubt. Now, Capone, you've been in Capone and Noriega. We got you and Daz. And on the Pain, Time, and Glory, I consider that a group too because you had all your team with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new to you either. But
I see. Listen, let me tell you something. For me, I love working with new artists, even if he's my homeboy, and I know him for years. When it comes to music, he's a new artist to me. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I like being around for the development of things and artists and things. So that's why you might see me with PTG. Do you see me with Daz? Because it's not developing of an artist, but it's developing of something special. That's developing like East and West Coast putting something together that eventually is going to lead to other artists from the East and West Coast and the Midwest and East Coast and the South and, you know, starting to collaborate and do more things together. I think the more that people from hip hop work together, the less things will happen in hip hop that's catastrophic to hip hop because it'll be more clicks, saving a lot of more clicks lives, meaning that I might not know somebody in Detroit, but my man knows somebody in Detroit because he's got a cousin in Detroit. And next thing you know, like, yo, Trick want to do a record with you. Now I'm doing a record with Trick. Then now we connected. Now his people know my people's. Now I do it, you know, it's like a tree, you know what I'm saying? And I think the more rappers intertwine and work together from different areas, not just because one person's from Atlanta, one person's from Augustus, one person from Atlanta, one person from St. Louis, and they doing an album together, and the thing, it grows the family tree. It grows the family tree, and it makes a lot of streets safer too, because it'll be safe, you know what I mean? It makes the streets a lot safer. So me and Daz on that level is just trying to do something special for hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I'm a group guy. I like being in a group, man. I like groups.
Yeah.
I like groups, man. I like the camaraderie in groups because groups is hard to come by, especially groups that big. So, you know, shout out to my bro Nori, you know what I'm saying? We have our fights, our quarrels, our spits, our fist fights, our arguments, but one thing we always do is always get on the phone. How you doing? And we go from there. It ain't nothing to go backwards to. If you can move forward to any situation, that's a straight brotherhood right there. So that's what we do. So a lot of people sometimes, you and Nori beefing. Who's not gonna beef? You're gonna beef with your next door neighbor if you see him every day. Like you're gonna beef with the corner store guy because he didn't want to give you something for 10 cents free, and you come to him every day, and he don't want to let you go for 10 cents. Like it's just life. You know what I'm saying? You can't everybody all the time. So you know that's what happens. I think you're supposed to live in this bubble in hip hop. Like everybody, when they're groups, everybody's supposed to get along, and y'all supposed to. How did this happen? It happens, but the whole thing is moving forward from it. Some groups haven't moved forward from it because they have no history. They're just put together there to be a group. Now we have history, we have friendship since we was 14 years old. So you know it's different.
Exactly. Family fight. You know, y'all brothers at the end of the day. So it really, you know what I'm saying? It really don't matter. It's never gonna be that.
Show me a group that didn't fight.
Right. Like,
okay, dig.
It's all love. It's all love.
Word. And you know what I mean? Even Wu-Tang fight.
Yeah. Wu-Tang.
Even the Wu-Tang fight. Like, speaking of Wu, this album that you guys did, right? This EP, what you guys did. Here's the thing. I like the way you guys did it because you did it without people having to be in tune to know exactly what the education was. And I'll give you an example. RZA said on that double CD in 1999, he said, y'all was telling Shorty the other day, you ain't even got to go to summer school. Just pick up that Wu-Tang double CD and you'll get all the education you need. I had to defend that shit to my moms. I had to defend that to everybody because they was like, yo, he sounds like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, nah, that's not what he meant. He's figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
Y'all can say that on this album because at the end of the day, what you saying is, it made me say, damn, I gotta research a little bit more because they talking some stuff that I might have heard, but now that they're talking about it, it might be something I need to know.
Yeah.
And that right there, or if I was doing a social studies project, I could take some stuff on there and write me a whole paper. I wish I had that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look, I did Black History with You Must Learn with KRS-One. So this right here, what y'all did, man, come on, you right on point with that.
Sure.
So I could appreciate that.
I see you on point though, family. I appreciate that. You on point though.
I like this next song. I'm ready to get to What You See.
No doubt.
Was that made by the engineer or was that a sample?
No, that was Merc. That was Merc Beats.
Merc right.
That's
man,
sick.
Merc Beats, man. Salute to Merc Beats, man. My era of hip hop is all about the substance in the music, regardless to what it was, whether it was hardcore, whether it was considered gangster, whether it was considered conscious, whatever. But you had to have some sort of concept within the album. Even if you was just showing skill, you still have to have some type of substance in there so you can learn something.
Yeah, facts.
Man, that one right there.
Substance.
Go ahead.
Educational hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Educational hip hop. Shout out to Flashmaster KRS-One, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Razkaz, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nas.
Poor Righteous Teachers.
Shout out to the Righteous Teachers. Shout out to Lord Jamar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's rappers that do this, you know what I'm saying?
Diggable Planets.
Oh man, Diggable Planet, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, but shout out to
it don't stop. It don't stop. Now with that joint, did y'all hear the beat first, or did everything come together, like right on the spot?
I think that was the spot record. I mean, I think that was the spot record. I heard the record. The first thing it was, think about me driving to the studio, everything coming from the city to the studio. And that's why my verses end in a mind state of somebody who's driving a car and just driving through a neighborhood and looking around and everything he see, he just putting it in his brain mental, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this shit going on? Damn, it's crazy over here. So when I want somebody to do is, when they're in their car, don't drive like this, but just close your eyes and listen to the verse. Don't drive, don't close your eyes and drive, you know what I mean? Just sit there for a second and listen to the verse and close your eyes while you're in the car. It's gonna feel like you're moving. It's gonna feel like you're moving, but you're seeing everything I see that I've witnessed. And then now when you start driving, it's gonna put you in a mind state of your surroundings. Like you're gonna be looking at the corners different. Like, yeah, I ain't noticed that lady was there every day for the last week. She in the same spot. Or oh shit, that dude over there, you know, it just gives you awareness of your surroundings. That's what I see. That's what I'm driving. That's what I'm seeing. And when I did my verse, that's what I wanted the people to understand, that everything I gave you in my verse is what I saw that day driving to the studio.
That's dope, rather than everybody so stuck on their phone.
Yeah.
They don't realize what's going on around them. They think the world's just A-OK.
Nah, shit going on. You miss
Nope.
it. You can blink. You can blink in a second, man, and shit change around you. You know what I mean?
New York minute.
You gotta watch what's going on, and that's like, you know, it's acknowledging the world still moving. Some people stuck in like you said, cell phone bubbles and tablet bubbles and video game bubbles. That the world is still moving. This things are still going while you're at standstill and whatever you.
And it's not great out there.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not great. It's not equal. You know what I mean? Definitely not equal right now. It's a trying times that people have to pay attention to, because somebody that you might miss might be your lifesaver. You never know. Something you might miss might be your lifesaver, you know, or someone. So, you know, just pay attention to your surroundings. And that's what I did in that verse. I gave you my surroundings. So now it gives you a chance to see what's in your surroundings. Like right now, when y'all leave the studio, it's gonna be like, holy shit, you know what? I didn't know that was there all the time. Or I didn't, you know, just walking through, you know, like, damn, I might have overlooked the little kid that walked by me every day. And, you know, just things. I'm trying to get all preachy, but it's just things.
True indeed.
No, definitely preach. I mean, people need to hear that. You know what I mean? Like we said, some people won't believe anything unless it's in social media. So, I mean, it's a good thing. Learn about your world by just looking out the window sometimes.
Let me tell you the craziest thing about me, right, in my surroundings, right? This is no lie. I'm about to go do Roots Picnic. And I'm in my car. I'm waiting for my man to pull up on me on South Street. I'm on my phone, like you said. I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. I'm on my phone. Something just hit me and said, Pone, look up. I look up. I see Lil Uzi Vert running one way. Boom. I said, oh, shit, Lil Uzi. He looked like he's having fun or whatever. Then I see Rich the Kid running the other way. Pew! I said, oh, this is... I witnessed the whole shit with him and Rich the Kid just because I looked up from my phone. That's history. That's in history books that I could have missed if I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention, so I got to witness that history live. But
nah, that's what's up.
I practice and understand, what's going on around you.
Absolutely.
Right.
My boy Rufus Black said it best. He said you can miss something important from watching ass. So you can miss something important from watching your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
81 of us.
Yeah, have your whole life back.
Get hit by a bus or something.
Right. Put your phone down.
Word.
Oh shit! Boom! Hit the pole.
Boom. Crazy.
So cool. So y'all educating people. You know what I mean? For a lot of people who don't listen to hip hop, say like y'all was gonna go do like a university. You know what I mean? Teach a university class. We'll say mostly white people, right? What songs off this album would you use to teach them or to educate them? And what is it that you would want them to be educated on?
I would say, first thing you got to be a black woman. Second thing you got to do is third thing you got to do is listen. You know what I'm saying? When we get into footprints and what you see, as far as education, those are conscious bars, but not educational bars. You know what I mean? So we gave you 3 educational joints. We gave you 2 conscious joints. If you're going to an environment where you're trying to teach people, no matter what color they are, no matter where they come from, they could be straight German Third Reich. You know what I'm saying? But if we're telling you about Queen Nzinga, if we're telling you about Assata Shakur, if we're telling you about the Mbagala Jagas, if we're telling you about the Haitian Revolution, if we're telling you about modern warfare, these are things that you need to pay attention and listen to. We're just dropping facts. And like, listen to Redemption, you got modern warfare, you got the Haitian Revolution, and I'm telling you about a bunch of soldiers from the past. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm telling you about Bam Bam. You know what I mean? When you're listening to Assata Shakur and you're listening to the song about Queen Nzinga, you're listening to the facts. You're listening to the stories of their life. You know what I mean? So, listen to, it's an educational album. You know what I'm saying? It's an educational album through and through. And, I performed at the Harvard Music Festival off Lesson 1. You know what I mean? So when you're talking about white people and this and that, I've been in Lesson 1, it's a black album. Kings and Queens, Moors, you know what I'm saying? Black, I have a song called Black Inventors. That is actually the name of the song. You know what I mean? So that whole album is black. And I'm in the middle of Harvard. It's black. Word.
Word. Hey, you said my whole album black.
You know what I'm saying?
The right album is black.
You know what I mean?
You said black. The engineer is black.
Everything black.
The CD is black.
CD is black.
Yeah.
You put the buttons that it goes in is black.
You want to educate.
Nah, it's all good.
It's like you can't run away from it now. Y'all about to learn today.
Word.
Oh, that shit was a good one. But I ain't gonna front, it's my brother, but we do this. This is real. But
yeah, man. Hey, we getting the authenticity right here, man. This is how we supposed to be. You feel me?
It's all black.
Yeah.
Number one.
Word. Word.
Nah, this is a black album. On lesson one, yo, I got a song called Black Woman in Congress. You know what I mean?
We got a song called Black Listeners.
Black lady. You should start it off like, I hate your black pants. I hate black pepper. I hate my guns because they black.
I have one white song on lesson one. And when I say white, it's called 25
Nigga said he had his gums, they black.
Yo, y'all crazy, bro.
What about the brown? Gosh, don't forget about the brown, yo.
The brown come from the black, though.
I know, but gosh, we got history too. You know what? I'm about to make a brown album. What's up?
Holy shit. My bad. We just call it a black moment.
Yeah.
It's a black moment. You know how Fat Joe got the Joker moment? This was a black moment. That's all.
Black moment.
That was the black moment, courtesy of LAK.
But you're saying, what can I do white people? Anything. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem speaking to anyone about anything on any given day, period. You know what I'm saying? Because this I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not race baiting or nothing like that. Like ash, right? You know what I'm saying? This is things, things that's taught in class. So it's not even in the spectrum of where can you go. It's nothing like that. It's straight educational bars, educational hip hop music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everyone needs to know.
Black, but I do have our first 25 presidents.
That's the white song?
All of the first 25.
You said it at the white song.
You know what I'm saying? I know everybody it was a black president. He's on the back of a $2 bill. That's totally false. There's no black president before Barack Obama. That's not a black president that you've seen on the back of a $2 bill. I have the actual picture, you know what I'm saying? I deal with my brothers. No. Before Barack Obama, there was no black. It's not the dude, I think his name's John something, you know what I'm saying? But no, there's a black president.
No doubt.
Presidents, all of them are white people.
Yep, you ain't never lied.
What?
Bombay.
Oh, what's the name of that?
Bombay. It's
Bombay, baby.
It's vodka from.
Oh, yo, you know what? We need a few of those.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta let us know. What I'm gonna do is
black owned.
Let us know where to get it.
It's blinkety blackety blackety
Black
black.
owned, baby.
It's all black. Really quick, tell us about the play and how you plan on getting it to the world if it doesn't open up and we can't take it to the stage.
Well, first of all, the play is an educational hip hop. I want to see hits of the actual music that we produce. That's all I want to actually say about the play. Other things surrounding, I'm writing a stage play, but you're gonna have green screen, special effects, everything. But that, and it's gonna be based on Lesson 2 and Wolves and some of Lesson 1. So and some music that's unreleased yet. You'll have a variety of music. If the world doesn't open back open, which I do not see happening, there's going to come a point in time where the world has to open up, whether through vaccines or whatever. But if they worst scenario, you know what I'm saying, we max out, nobody does anything, we're producing. It's a play. Like you can watch DVD, like Hamlet is out right now on Netflix. There's plays that you know what I mean. So I'm not necessarily. I want to get through the process of writing and doing the play. But that's just what type of person I am. And then I'll wonder, like, yo, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? I'll connect with my wife, business partner. You know what I'm saying? I know once we get to the point where it's done, I can go to that, you know what I'm saying, and we'll talk about how we'll get it out there and how we'll do it. I'm concerned with doing the research, learning about the people, having it as accurate as possible, you know what I'm saying, and giving you something that's entertaining, giving you clips of something that's entertaining. That's all I'm concerned with right now.
Akasi, we left off last time talking about Akasi.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, it means the atmosphere in I believe in the Ghana language, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
But what it means for you, tell us how that why that name, and
you know why? Because I found that name in a fortune cookie Nah, I'm only playing. I'm only playing.
I was like,
nah, I'm like, you told something else.
But that's actually my government name. My name is Kayam Akasi Ali. You know what I'm saying? And that's my government name. And you know, growing up, I used to think my name was too unique. And you know, I wish my name was like Mike Johnson or something. You know, like some of the teachers when you get in class, they'll be like Kiam or Kahim or you know, they don't mess my name up every time they say it. But then as I grew older, I learned that my name was genuine, that it was special, that my mother named me like that for a reason. Because she knew no matter what, when you say my name, you got to think twice on how you going to say this little boy name. You're going to look at it, you're going to look at it again, so now you ain't going to forget once you get it right. So she knew exactly what she was doing when she named me. And she had other visions in mind. She had other things that was going on in her life at the time. But for me, growing up with that name, it became part of my everyday existence, meaning somebody was saying, yo, I love your middle name, or how do you say it, or whatever. And I said, you know what? If I ever start a clothing line, that's going to be the name of my line, Akasi, because I want the world to know it. I want the world to say it. And the greatest thing that God gave me was little cousins. And I have 2 little cousins who are generational Akasis. I have my cousin, my mother's sister's son. His name is Jaquan Akasi Holly. And then he named his son Jason Akasi Holly. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're keeping the name going. And that's what we're doing. You know, that's my brand. You know, I got the line out right now. And I'm also doing Capone Noriega's brand as well. And this is one of the jackets that I have on right now. You know, I'm gonna promote my own jacket.
Do that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those too. God, yeah, it's a lot of stuff on my wish list that I gotta get.
Well, you know, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow morning, I will be posting on my site. Nori will be posting. We will be posting the website where you can order all that tomorrow morning. So,
salute to that.
Nice.
Watch out for everything Akasi. Watch out for everything Capone Noriega. Watch out for everything. Watch out for everything C&D. And me and Ass Project could be out in the month. And we just working.
No question.
And I'm just looking forward to everything that Smart Thug got. And Capone as a solo and group artist with CNN got to bring to the table. This is our 20th year anniversary album, and we got a new song coming out. I don't know if you saw the sneaker prior to this one. We have a new sneaker now with you only out to Athletics, my man David Goldberg, and we working at the new sneaker to be. So we're gonna start probably like the end of this month promote, and we'd love to do another interview with y'all with me and Dad or with me and Norman first. But I appreciate everything y'all gave for this interview, and I love you. You definitely are Hip Hop LS. Let me tell you, you do your homework. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And Mama, you stay there. You just write it down.
I'm still here. I'm just holding down the passenger seat.
Yeah.
We had fun. We laughed. I want to say salute to you guys, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
For having me and my brother LAK on your show, man. And I look forward to doing it again.
No
and you know, just whenever we come out y'all way or whatever, hopefully we can link and make it pop.
Salute to you, brothers, man. We love y'all. We thank y'all for this time. And we're going to do this again. We'll definitely be in touch after this interview. But thank you very much for giving us an insight on this project. And we're going to keep it in rotation, man. That's how we're going to do it.
Salute, man. I look forward to doing another interview with y'all, man. Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Appreciate it. Definitely. Right. We do too, man.
Y'all family, much respect to you and your family, man. Stay safe out there.
Peace.
Likewise. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.
In the city where I'm from, we was taught to never run. Always stood tall, couldn't back down, we be the ones. In the middle of your party with our hands in the air. We couldn't help it, ladies like, who them niggas right there? Acting rowdy, niggas straight from Benjamin County.